So guys, we're going to start with BBC Radio Leicester, and then for those of you that are joining us for the Premier League preview, that will be in the separate meeting after this. We'll give you a couple of minutes to transfer across, but for now, Ian Stringer, please.
It's Ian up in the commentary box at the King Power Stadium. We're live on Radio Leicester. I won't keep you too long, Brendan, because I know it's been a long post-match.
We've got to dial a separate one for the Arsenal press, so I say we come off there.
Credit, do they not, for their early play, but a breakaway, a goal.
You just came to
Sorry, do you want to repeat that, Ian? We had a bit of feedback there.
Yeah, of course. Apologies. I was just saying that what pleases you most about tonight, Brendan? A breakaway goal, but Luhansk seems to have started the game very, very well. You sewed that up. What pleases you most tonight? Being clinical in front of goal or soaking up the pressure? What pleases you most?
I think in the, as I said, they're an experienced team in the European. Oh, sorry. Can we? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Ian. I think that's your production team. We can hear.
Можно вопрос?
Сейчас одну минуточку. Там немножко идет эхо. Сейчас мы справимся с нашими микрофонами, и потом сейчас уже был задан вопрос, но, по-моему, еще раз его зададут. Sorry, I am not interpreting. I am just explaining what happened.
Can everybody accept Ian mute, please? And we'll take the first question again. Thank you.
Apologies, everybody. I will try finally to ask a question. If there's a technical problem our end, then I do apologise. Brendan, I'll ask you about one of your players, in which case Wesley Fofana was quality once again after his debut the other day. He looks a hell of a signing. You must have been pleased with him tonight.
Yeah, he continued to show Ian why we took him here. It's obviously still very early on in his Leicester City career, but you see all his talent. The boy just needs more experiences, more games. He's going to have games where he doesn't play so well, but that's all part of his development. But I think you've seen in the first two games what his qualities are, and again tonight, dominant in the air, quick in his passing and recovery, and I guess he's a tough boy. So yeah, it's great for him to play alongside Johnny Evans. I thought Johnny was absolutely outstanding again this evening, showing his experience at the European level, and that's great for Wesley to play with someone like Johnny.
Вопрос был задан по поводу нового игрока, который Уэсли, который только начал играть в этой команде. Говорит, что он себя хорошо показал сегодня на поле. И Брэндон отвечает, что да, он очень удовлетворен его игрой на поле. Ему нужно набраться опыта, он еще молодой игрок, но у него есть хорошие качества, у него есть мастерство, он доминировал на поле, и он крепкий парень, и хорошо, что у него была возможность сегодня сыграть на поле вместе с Джонни Эвансом.
Harvey Barnes seemed to play with a lot of freedom tonight. Brendan, of course, he scored his goal. He hit the post for James Maddison's goal. He seemed to have an air of freedom about him tonight. He seemed to have an air of confidence about him tonight. And where do you think that's come from? Or is that a sign of the development of the player, of the coaching, and credit to the player as well for listening, learning, and moving on? He certainly impressed this evening, didn't he?
Well, his goal was outstanding, I've got to say, and he's such a threat. Harvey, once he's spun in behind or he's dribbling and he's running through on goal, his finish was really, really composed, wonderful finish. I felt the top end of our pitch could have been better. We were too static at times. Like when we got in and when we showed those movement patterns that we talk about, then we looked a real threat. But it needs to be more dynamic, but that's part of the development. There needs to be a more constant movement to the game at the top end of the field. When they did do that, I thought they did it very well. Like you said, that the first goal was very good, great improvisation, and obviously, nice for James to be getting a goal, and obviously with Harvey, great piece of skill and finish, and for Kelechi to be in the right position when they make the mistake, to spin out off the marker and finish with his right foot was pleasing. But when I'll analyse it again later, but certainly my feeling after the game was that we could have been better in our movement at the top end of the pitch. But Harvey carries that threat always. It's just about getting him more into the game with better movement.
Вопрос был по поводу игрока, который забил гол в Харви Барнс. Был ли доволен тренер его игрой? И ответ – да, он очень хорошо играет. У него появилось новое чувство самоуверенности. Он себя чувствовал очень свободно, очень вольно на поле. И да, конечно, я был очень впечатлен. Он очень хорошо передавал мяч. Может быть, бы лучше было, если бы он играл где-то в другой позиции, но в той позиции, в которой он играл сегодня, он тоже был угрозой для оппонента. И первый его гол был, в принципе, своего рода импровизацией, но тем не менее это был очень хороший, качественный гол. И после матча, когда мы с ребятами соберемся все вместе и будем анализировать эту игру, мы, наверное, рассмотрим позицию Барнса именно в формировании на поле, в раскладе на поле.
Last one, Brendan, if you wouldn't mind, Jamie Vardy and his injury, does he look like he's going to be available for Sunday?
But we're thinking that he'll be available, but obviously we'll just need to confirm that for the next couple of days. Responded really well this week to treatment, and he's been out on the grass, so we just need to see how he is. He'll join in training tomorrow, and we'll assess it over the next couple of days.
No more done tonight.
Вопрос был задан по поводу Джейми Варди, который сейчас не играет из-за травмы. И вопрос был, будет ли он играть в ближайших играх. И сказали, что он очень хорошо отреагировал на то лечение, которое предоставили ему медики. И он уже начинает присоединяться к ребятам во время тренировок. Поэтому посмотрим, как пойдут дела.
Скажите, пожалуйста, английские клубы относятся к Лиге Европы в основном как к товарищескому турниру, как тренировка перед стартом или во время проведения английской премьер-лиги. Что для вас этот турнир? Какие задачи ставит команда?
English clubs are looking at European League games. They are like friendly matches, like training before the Premier League. How do you feel about European League?
Well, we certainly don't see it as that. This is a competition that we worked very, very hard to get into last season, and for us, we want to do really well in it this season. As part of the development of this team, finding that robustness to play in Europe and then play in the Premier League at the weekend. So certainly for ourselves, and I would say for most English teams as well, that they take very seriously the European competitions, and obviously our performance and the team we played tonight and the result hopefully shows and demonstrated that.
Нет, я с вами не согласен, потому что соревнования есть соревнования, и мы в прошлом сезоне очень много работали над тем, чтобы достичь этого уровня, на котором мы сейчас находимся. И европейские игры – это часть развития наших игроков, часть получения необходимого опыта. И игры, матчи премьер-лиги проходят только в выходные, поэтому мы очень серьезно относимся к европейским матчам. И как вы видели из сегодняшнего матча, как мы играли, и мы, естественно, хотим забивать голы и получать очки. И
попутно вопрос, не боитесь ли вы ехать в восточную страну Украина, которая как бы там, возможно, коронавирус, в общем, все эти ковидные дела?
He said, are you not worried about traveling to the eastern Ukraine because of coronavirus and other events?
No. We will look forward to that game whenever we go to play. It's match day 5 for us in the competition. So when that time comes, we will look forward. I think it's the beauty of this competition that you get to travel into some great countries and some great cities, and we'll look forward to that when the time comes.
Нет, с нетерпением ждем эту игру, и мы, естественно, это, в общем-то, и прелесть игры в Европейской лиге, что мы можем поехать можем ездить в разные страны и в разные города. И нет, мы совершенно не смотрим именно, что это соревнование, и это наша, так, игра, наше место в соревновании. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay, any more questions on tonight?
Yeah, Brendan, hi.
Вопросы есть?
Rob Dawson.
Sorry, Brendan, it's Rob Dawson at Sky. Good to see you, mate. Can I ask you a more general one on the game, if that's okay? I don't think we've had one. No injuries, clean sheet, some important game time for players like James Maddison and other players. A confident win as well. I mean, if you'd have written the script at the start of the night, it would have looked something like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was a perfect result for us. Someone just mentioned there it was the biggest win in European football for Leicester City. So that was nice. Defensively, you want to, not concede. You can see that, they're an experienced team. They play a system that really tests you, than the 4-4-2 diamond. We had joy when we were attacking the game, but defensively, it can give you a problem. But 2-0 at half time, we were able to change the shape of our team to go with our diamond. And then that allowed us to control the game when we didn't have the ball and still carry a threat when we had it. So overall, for the players and the team, it's a really good start in the group. It's nice to get the win in the first game and get off to a good start.
Вопрос был по поводу того, что говорит, как вы смотрите, у вас нет никаких травм, вы выиграли первый матч, вы предоставили достаточно времени на поле молодым игрокам. То есть, если бы вы сами писали сценарий этого матча, он был бы, наверное, таким. Он говорит, да, конечно, результат замечательный, но, тем не менее, это было нелегко, нас постоянно... То есть формат игры Зари в формат ромб, он для нас был, в общем-то, испытывали некоторые сложности с ним, но тем не менее мы получили массу удовольствия от этой игры. И после перерыва во второй части во втором тайме мы тоже поменяли нашу стратегию и применили формат ромб. Да, это хорошее начало. Хорошо начать с такого счета.
Jordan, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Jordan.
Can I just ask what your thoughts were on Kelechi Iheanacho's performance? It seemed like he it might not be his night early on. There was a few passes that didn't quite go to their man, but he stepped up and got a couple of assists and a goal.
Yeah, he gives everything. Kelechi, he's a great player for our squad. You see when he comes into the game, he gives his all. Yeah, he could have been a bit more precise with one or two of the passes. The one that James got in, he can play it a little bit earlier. It has the extra touch and a couple of other moments. But what he does is he doesn't get disappointed. He keeps going. And actually, his finish was a fantastic finish. He's under pressure and spins out of it and shoots up his right foot. And he gave everything to the game and deserved his goal.
Вопрос был по поводу игрока Калечи. Говорит, ваше мнение, что вы говорите? Говорит, да, он играл не идеально, он пропустил несколько подач, но тем не менее он бы мог играть точнее, но тем не менее он забил гол, и если что-то у него не получается, он не разочаровывается, он продолжает работать, чтобы усовершенствоваться и лучше играть дальше. Поэтому он идеально закончил сегодняшний матч, и он отдал себя всего.
Just ask another very quick one, please. Was there not a temptation tonight, Brendan, to include some of the younger players, maybe Luke Thomas and others, on the bench because of the extra players you're allowed on the bench?
No. We had two reasons. One, it was availability of players. One, and two, I'm sure, Jordan, we have a reserve game tonight as well. So those players would have been away, and that was the list of players that we were able to choose, fit and available ones.
Вопрос был по поводу того, Не думали ли вы привлечь к игре молодых игроков, таких как Люк Томас? Он говорит, нет, у нас было достаточно игроков, которые были на скамье запасных и которым мы предоставили время на поле. Тем более некоторые из наших игроков, у нас еще одна резервная игра, и эти игроки еще тренируются для участия в этой игре.
Okay, thanks everybody. We're going to close that there. And those of you that are joining us for the Premier League press conference in a few minutes, we'll see you shortly.
Спасибо большое.